The 18 Inevitable Factors 1. Xiefeng. August 16, 2005. Alright. We already know that there are 18 inevitable aspects of life that are beyond our control. So, what are these 18 inevitabilities composed of? They are 1. Karmic debts from past lives. 2. Ancestral inheritance. 3. Genetic factors. 4. Cosmic forces. 5. Feng Shui. 6. Parental behavior. 7. Family environment. 8. Social environment. 9. Spouse. 10. Children. 11. Diet, dietary and living habits. 12. Mutations. 13. Beliefs. 14. 7 emotions and 6 desires. 15. Appearances of the material world. 16. Personality. 17. Demonic pranks. 18. Celestial changes. The above 18 factors are the mainstream, each with about 10 subsidiary streams on average, thus constituting 180 factors. These 180 factors interact and intersect with each other to form nearly 1,015 factors. This vast number of factors all affect human beings and have an impact. This is the root cause of humanity's perennial inability to fathom the mysteries of the universe and life, and it also accounts for the deep-seated reasons for the differences in individual lives and the inevitable factors of people's inability to effectively manage themselves. These factors, not to mention analyzing them one by one, even if a person counts them every day from the age of 3 for 24 hours a day, they wouldn't finish counting in 100 years. Going back 5,000 years and then forward another 5,000 years, in the river of human history, you won't find two people exactly the same in all aspects. Each person has their own life path, which is inevitable. Knowing this inevitability, accepting it, and living according to it makes you a human celestial being. Let's set aside the subsidiary streams and analyze the mainstream factors that constitute inevitability. 1. Karmic debts from past lives. Water has a source, trees have roots, water circulates, roots grow and multiply. Everything in the universe has a source and cannot appear out of thin air. The total energy of the universe is constant, it neither increases nor decreases, but only transforms from one form to another. The so-called something from nothing does not mean appearing out of thin air. For example, a television set didn't exist before, but now it's manufactured, this is something from nothing. But without the designer's mind and the raw materials to manufacture the television set, it wouldn't appear out of thin air. It is often said that life is given by our parents, but this is a misunderstanding. Parents at most only give the body that carries life. A person's life exists eternally and continuously transforms in 10-dimensional spaces. It's just that the form carrying life is different. Animals, plants, and humans are all life forms, but the form, appearance, carrying life is different. Humans cannot create life, so life is not given by parents. Cloning does not create new life, it is just a replication technology. Without the original, nothing can be replicated, cloned. Humans have past lives. Please read the article, The Reincarnated Girl, in the magazine Reader to understand. If you think this article is fabricated, it's okay. Then ask the people around you if they have ever had a feeling of familiarity with a certain place, such as arriving at a place and vaguely feeling like they have been there before, especially in places where there has been little change. Due to the rapid development and change of modern cities, people's feeling of familiarity is becoming increasingly faint. The vast majority of people have no memory of their past lives, but just because there is no memory doesn't mean we should deny past lives. Most people have no memory of the process of their growth in their mother's womb about 10 days before birth. But we should not deny the fact that we spent a few days in our mother's womb just because we don't have memories of this part. We may not believe in the stories and teachings of the Bible, the Quran, or Buddhist scriptures, or in the views of theologians, but we should at least believe in the logical reasoning and facts of science, right? If you don't believe in anything, not even in facts, then you can only be said to be incredibly foolish and unable to understand. Let's get back to the main topic and look at the impact of karmic debts from past lives on our current life. First, imagine any prisoner in a prison during peacetime. Why is he imprisoned? It's not without reason. If you trace his history, you will find that his current predicament is not caused by a sudden impulse or overnight. When you trace the root cause, you must land on personality. In a sense, personality is destiny. So how is personality formed? Is it inherited from parents? If parents can pass on personality to their children, then the personality of all children born to the same parents should be the same. But in fact, this is not the case. The personality difference between siblings is quite large, even the personality of twins and conjoined people are different. This means that personality is not inherited from parents, personality comes from a person's past life. For example, if the carrier of your life in your previous life was a mouse, you would like to steal. You steal not entirely for food and clothing. You also know that stealing is easy to be chased and beaten, but you like it in your heart and can't help yourself. People who study criminal psychology and criminology know that some people commit crimes inevitably, which is related to the carrier of their life in their previous life. Those who are cunning, deceitful, and good at deceiving people, their previous life's life carrier is a fox. Those who can bear humiliation and heavy burdens, and are willing to work hard, their previous life's life carrier is a cow. People with shy, timid, cautious and fearful personality, the carrier of life in their previous life is either a small antelope or a small deer. People with dull, inflexible, and persistent personality, the carrier of life in their previous life may be a plant, like Hitler, Stalin, Mao Zedong, Roosevelt, Churchill, etc. are released from the negative black hole body. Sakyamuni, Muhammad, etc. come from the Elysium world. Some artists, musicians, etc. come from the 10,000-year world. Philosophers, thinkers, writers, etc. with perfect spirituality, reasonable, optimistic and friendly come from the 1,000-year world. Most ordinary people just transform space-time. Their life carrier in their previous life is still human. I have talked about the cause and effect relationship many times. All fruits have causes, and nothing will appear out of thin air. To put it in profound words, it is called Tao. To put it in simple words, it is called karma. The Buddha said, good begets good, evil begets evil. It's not that there's no retribution, it's just that the time has not yet come. When the time comes, retribution is certain. It basically summarizes the transformation and reincarnation relationship and law in the 36-dimensional spaces. For example, you have worked hard for 10 years and earned a sum of money, but it was cheated, stolen, or robbed by others. You are angry, painful, and puzzled. In fact, there is no need. What you lose is money, but what you get is spirituality. What you lose will be transformed into treasure and stored in a higher level of space. In the next life, where you store more treasure, you will go there. Those who get your money will plant the cause in the lower level of space, and after death, they must go to the space where they should go to pick the fruit. The process of suffering and sinning is the process of storing life treasures and is the process of getting positive results. To gain is to lose is to gain. Those who obtain wealth through deception, extortion, theft and robbery, corruption and bribery, they are happy, secretly pleased, comfortable, and seem to have no retribution even when they are old. But when they die, their life will fall into the lower world, such as the animal world, and even they may directly fall into the inflamed layer. Their suffering will be unimaginable. Some may fall into the livestock layer, become your family's cattle and horses, for you to drive and slaughter. I clearly tell everyone that this is not a spiritual victory method like AQ, or self-deception. This is the great way of the universe. When you practice to a certain level, you will understand. I talked about balance of gain and loss. Gaining is losing, losing is gaining, gaining must pay, paying will definitely gain in the unconventional thinking chapter. This is the law, the inevitable. The world is very fair, but people do not know this principle, and they are just looking for trouble. The conclusion is, your actions yesterday affect your today, your actions today will affect your tomorrow, your grievances from your previous life affect this life, and your actions in this life will affect your next life.